Hello, my people! Welcome to another episode of the Risky News. My name is Harlow the Hawk, your host, and we are about to start. We, of course, gonna be starting with the FFA tournament, the season 2. That this tournament is in its last legs. It's about to be done. It's about to be finished. So for this week, we are gonna be adding the results for round 8. This is something that I want to do for previous rounds, but it took me forever to do it, to get some kind of idea how to do it. So this is what I'm going to be doing for this one. And then for the future, I'm going to be doing something different. But just bear with me with what we have. So for week 8, we had 8 games, we had 8 groups, and the idea was that whoever won each one of the games, up until this week, until week 8, and this is something that I forgot to mention in the previous episode, there is no more points anymore. From round 8 all the way to the finals, whoever wins the game, they're moving automatically. They're moving on to the next round. That is what's gonna happen. So it's not the points doesn't matter anymore, and that is what we're gonna be seeing right now. For group 1, there were 6 players: Roadkill X Lizard, Brilliant Frog of the White Meadow, Lena Kitty, Kimmy Stakes 92, Knees, and Vampire Chicken. And the players that won the 3 games and are moving, one of the 3 games that are moving on are Brilliant Frog of the White Meadow, Lena Kitty, and Vampire Chicken. They are moving on to the next round. For game number 2, the players were Southern God, General Baines, that he is a former champion of this FFA tournament. So we have Southern God, General Baines, Crackle 069, Derry is Scary, King Hesse, and Crescent Ships. And the players that will be moving on are Southern God, General Baines, and Derry is Scary. For game 3, we have Dark Heart 6A71, we have Lil Banana Use, Phoenix, we have XC Dude 96, Blaine Kalita, and Finish Joke. Moving on are gonna be XC Dude, Finish Joke, and Phoenix. So game 4, we have the players were Tyler, Call of War, Madden, E.G. Snicks, Ibersama, and Feliz. And the players that will be moving on are Tyler, Ibersama, and Feliz. For game 5, the players were Mr. Babs, Cecil Dogan, Jax Wild, Matu Law, Olive XC, and Ice Dragon. And moving on to the next round are Jax Wild, Cecil Dogan, and Ice Dragon. For game 6, the players were Phoenix, we have Hudson Hornet, Fabian Harmada 31, Trunk, Rent SW, and Clive Chatterjee. Moving on are Trunk, Hudson Hornet, and Fabian Armada. Game 7, we have Dignia 22, Ellis, Nick 1982, oh boy, JJ Bro, Outcast, My Body, and Polderan. And moving on to the next round are Dignia, Ellis, and JJ Bro. And then for the last game, we have Harriet, I Am Rockstar, Comics Cowboy, Bart, Mongoose, and Kietsu. And moving on are Kietsu, Harriet, and I Am Rockstar. So, congratulations to all of those players that are moving on. For the rest of us, hey, making it all the way to round 7 is an achievement by itself. So, worry not, there is always a next season and there is more tournaments upcoming. So, there is going to be more things going on. So, don't worry, more tournaments in the future. So, I want to congratulate a lot of these players that are moving on to the round 9. And talking about round 9, the settings are, again, only the top 24 players of the game are going to be moving on. Whoever won the previous games, they are the ones that are actually going to be moving on. And again, whoever wins one of these 3 games is moving to the next round. But bear in mind that the first game is going to be played with 6 players. The second one, so whoever wins automatically qualifies to the next round, and then the second game is going to be played with 5 players. So on, whoever wins that game, they move on to the next round, and then the third game is going to be with the remaining 4 players, and whoever wins that game then is going to be qualifying for the next round. That is how it's going to be working from this moment forward. I forgot to mention that last week, but that is no problem. So we are actually making the clarification this time around. So there's going to be 3 games, and the first game is going to be Deutschland, or Germany, for those of you that speak English, or Alemania, if you speak Spanish. The settings are, first of all, you cannot hold a bonus. I love this rule because it forces people to play these games as true progressive. And in games like this, maps like this one that are really good for progressive, it forces play, and it's good for progressive, but it's really unbalanced because there is only like 3 bonuses that are fairly easy to hold, and that means that it forces people to actually play this as a true progressive game. What is a true progressive game? A true progressive game is just a game where people actually have to spread themselves out as much as they can, and holding bonuses doesn't make that much sense because you want to make sure that you have as many positions as you can. So I was a little bit annoyed and skeptic about this rule when it was first announced in one of the earlier rounds. But right now, I think it warmed my heart. I think I like the rule. So that is how it looks right now. The map with the fog of war, with the settings. I forgot to mention the settings. My bad. So there is no blizzards, fog of war, as you can see, unstable portals. The placement is auto. We have progressive cards, 60 seconds, expert bot, neutral bot, and that's it. For the bonuses, so this is what I was saying. This is a really uneven map because there is only 4 bonuses, let's say, that can be taken, that can be held, but really this one on top is a 4 for 4. This one in the center is an OP bonus that is a 4 for 2 territories, and then this one is a 4 for 4. This one is a 3, but you actually have to grab 5 territories. So I love that they implemented this rule because again, it forces players to forget about bonus, especially people that have like this god spawn, and it forces players to actually do the skills that are required for progressive. That is, spread yourself out and go for kill whenever it's worth it for the player's cards. So that is it. The next game, again, is going to be played with only the remaining 5 players. Whoever didn't win the first game, they are going to be moving on. It's going to be Pangea, and it's going to be zombies. There's no modifier, so you can grab a bonus for all you care. Really doesn't matter. Fog of War is on. No portals for this game, so that means that you actually have to push to get the different kills. The maps are going to be progressive. It's expert bot, AI, and the bot. There is an automated bot on this game. It's 90 seconds. This is a big map, so 90 seconds actually help players that are playing mobile because that when they can actually travel more time. You know, if you're playing PC, you already have that advantage, but the 90 seconds is more for those mobile players, so they have a winning chance in a big map like this one. And I do like that as well. So in this game, there are 2 bonuses that you can realistically hold fairly easy. Those bonuses are Antarctica and Oceania. But again, this is Fog of War. If you hold those bonuses, then you are just telling the world, you're broadcasting to the world where most of your troops are, which means that people can focus on looking for other external positions, and whenever they have to kill you, they just need to ensure that they have enough troops in the bottom of the map just to go for your kill. So really, you can hold a bonus. That doesn't mean that you should hold a bonus. And the last game is going to be in Black Beer's Wrath. This is going to be also a zombies game. There is going to be no blizzards, of course, fog of war, unstable portals is going to be progressive and 60 seconds. This is a small map, so for 5 players because of the zombies, but for 4 players, I think it's good enough. And of course, this map is really choky. That is something that people have to take into consideration. So people are going to be dying whenever you have to go, whenever the portals are open. That is the most likely scenario where somebody is going to start dying on this game. And the bonuses, again, there is a few bonuses that you can hold, but it's not worth it because you have to actually clear 7 territories with zombies just to hold a plus 3. Yeah, ain't worth it. So you can try to go for the bonuses, but it doesn't make sense even trying to go for a bonus on this map. And that is it for that. The keys for this week are, for the first game, that is the one that is not a zombies game, just trying to sink this in. You cannot hold a bonus. Again, my advice, don't try to be a smart ass. even if you can hold the bonus, if you're trying to toy with people because, yeah, I'm gonna hold the bonus and they have to break me. No, they don't. If you hold the bonus by mistake or because you're trying to be a smartass, that is no incentive for nobody to break you. The moment that you have the bonus, you are out. You have to bot out and you are eliminated. So why risk it? With that in mind, be careful when you're looking for territories because by mistake you can hold the bonus and that can force you to be eliminated. It's a completely reasonable strategy. So just you by yourself make sure that you don't hold a bonus, especially that center bonus that is four troops for 2 territories. Just be careful about that one because if you're looking for somebody and you try to kill and you're holding that bonus at the end of the turn for your next turn, you are done. So just keep that in mind, folks. The next one is that gather as much information as you can in the first few turns. Remember, this is Fog of War, and like with zombies, you are gonna get the most information of this game in the beginning of the game because that is when you have a lot of positions everywhere. As the game progresses, people have to take cards, so that means that most of your ones are going to be removed. So just try to know as much as you can from the early on, and try to remember where people have stacks whenever they are moving. The next one is spread yourself out, folks. It's a progressive game, so you need to be in. Oops, that is a mistake in the map. My bad. You have to ensure that you are in as many places as you can be. Ensure that you are in many positions. It is important, otherwise you can die and you will die. The next one is use the portals to your advantage, folks. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever the portals are open, you have different choices that you can make. Between those choices are you can either take a peek when they open. That means that you can take a portal or use one of your existing positions that already have a portal and just try to see where people are. Because if you see like a 1 or a 2 or you see something of another player, that means that they may have a stack over there. By taking a peek, it means that you can look whenever the portals open, but you can also attack a 1 or something like that just to see what's going on. Even if you don't want to open a position there, you can just attack there to see who is in that area. That is one of the ways that you can explore the map without spending that many troops. The next thing is that you can use the portals for that same reason. You can attack and you can take a peek, which means that you can fortify back to your original position, or you can just leave some troops behind, so that way you have a new position and it's harder for you to get killed by a player that might know all of your other positions. The next one is you can block opponents. What do I mean? Well, you have one turn where the portals are closed, and that is one moment where you can attack that portal territory with a big enough stack that if a player that might not be in that area would like to move into that position, they cannot because they will have to spend more troops. So that is a good way to just keep people out. So just block that portals and they cannot go there. And also you can use them to hide your positions. What do I mean? Well, if you know that a player knows, like, I don't know, if you have 5 positions and that player knows 4 out of your 5 positions, then try to move away from that portal. And that way, if that player takes a peek or the portal's open, they don't know that you are there. That is how kind of you can use the portals to your advantage. And those are the keys for that. And the last one, whoops. Well, there is a last one there is another one that didn't show up. That is that you can go for kills whenever you know most of the positions of your opponents and you have enough troops to actually get the kill. And lastly, this is a progressive game. If you're gonna go for a kill, ensure that you can trade in or you're big enough that it doesn't matter. People cannot kill you. But those are the keys for that game. For the second 2 games, mostly it's the same strategies, even though one has portals and the other one doesn't. So the first one is, again, gather as much information as you can in the first few turns. In this case, you actually have to deal with the zombies. So the zombies are going to claim a lot of the small positions. With zombies, it is more crucial than ever to know as much as you can from the early games, because most of your positions are going to be removed. Talking about positions being removed, also be selective which positions do you want to save or keep early on. The fact that you have like 20 positions doesn't mean that you're going to be able to keep them all. Try to prioritize different positions and then try to move as the game progresses. Be selective, people, because if there is always a round between 3 and 6 ish where there is gonna be a big zombie melee that is gonna clean up a lot of the positions. Just ensure that you have enough in the positions that you think are strong enough and important enough that those positions can withstand whenever those zombies come, go in berserk mode and start cleaning up a lot of positions throughout the map. The next one is avoid portals in the first turn. That is my opinion. There is other people that they like to have like a big stack there and they just, I don't know, they YOLO it. I don't know. People have their own, everybody has their own strategies, but my take is that avoid portals in the first turn because you never know if a huge zombie stacks come to the portals and then one of your main positions where you're actually adding troops, it can be removed because of that. I try to avoid portals, with my main stacks, my main positions. I try to avoid portals just to ensure that the zombies doesn't come to me or they remove one of my biggest positions. The next one, whenever you want. These games are progressive, folks. Zombies or no zombies, bonus or no bonuses, spread yourself out as much as you can. It's progressive. If you are conveniently in a single place, the people are gonna know, especially at this level, people are gonna know, and they're gonna kill you. Again, this is mostly for other players that they want to know more about this. All of these players that made it to round 9, they already know all of this. So I'm just saying this for other players that might be looking into these kind of settings in the future. The next one is, again, use the portals to your advantage. This is game 3 only. Same thing as in the previous one. Take picks whenever they open, create new positions, and hide positions. And lastly, this time it is there. Go for kills when you mostly know all of the positions of a player. And you have enough troops to keep looking, because there is a good chance that you think you know all of a player, but you don't. And then you're just feeding the kill for somebody else, or even worse, the zombies. And it is sad when you want to go for a kill of a player, you don't get the kill of the player, and when the zombies are cleaning up, they die to the zombies. It is sad, it is deflating, and it is so depressing whenever that happens. Okay, so that is it for this. Now, also moving on to the GG League. GG League is coming to a close. This is going to be the last round for the GG League. This is an awesome tournament that I have so much fun that Leona put together. And my humble opinion, that is not that humble, Leona, congratulations. I have enjoyed this tournament so far. I know that I haven't done that well. I am well aware. But that doesn't take away from the fun that I have had playing the different settings and the different tournament. One thing we can say about this tournament, they have been almost no stalemates. At least in my games, all of the games were fairly quick, and you actually have to move on fairly quick. So I have enjoyed this tournament a lot. So for this week, this final week, the map is going to be Rivertown Advance. So Leona, wow, there is a lot of game modes on this one. You have auto caps, which means that you have to wait the 60 seconds until the caps and let the bot place the cap. That actually screwed me in my last game in Greece. It wasn't good. We're calling that the black player's curse, but that is not here nor there. Also, you have assassins, which means that besides the cap, also somebody has to go for somebody else's kill, and you have blitz luck, which means that whoever has the least amount of territories in after every 5 rounds, they're gonna be locked in place. They can still keep playing, but that is gonna be only to ensure that you can go for bounties still. So that is it for this one. This is going to be the last week, and I want to look at this game whenever she is broadcasting. Talking about that, she has broadcasted, and she's going to be broadcasting this game at 20 UTC every day. This is going to be only one game, so whoever are going to be playing, she has to announce when that's going to happen, so keep paying attention to her Discord server. I should have added that here somewhere, to know when this game is going to be taking place. It's going to be at 20 UTC because all the games has been played at 20 UTC. It's just a matter of knowing exactly what day that's going to be happening. So also, she uploads all of these games on her YouTube channel. So go to StatiGG on YouTube and look for Leona, not only for this tournament that has been so much fun, but also for her different other tournaments, and also for the meta settings when she plays. She has some really good advice. I have watched her videos and I enjoy them a lot. The next one is, okay, so this is the map. You have River Advance. River Advance is a choky map, but the biggest chokehold is that bridge bonus in the center. So it's a really easy bonus to take for whoever has that, but it's also an easy territory to card block. So just be careful. You need to have external positions on this one. And I'm expecting people to take bonuses, so that is going to be also fun. Remember, it's going to be auto cap, so there is a really good chance that more than one people are going to be in the same bonus. It happened to me in Greece. It was not fun. It was fun to play, but it was not fun to experiment, to go through that emotions. And that is it for GG for the GG League Week 9. Okay, I made a mistake there too. Yeah, we for the Week 9. This is gonna be the last game, and this is how the current leaderboard is going. Lina Kitty has a huge advantage. She has been killing it this tournament. She has been killing it. I played a few games with her. And damn, she has been killing this tournament. So she has a huge advantage. There is a good chance that she is already the winner. I don't know if there can be anything else that might be impacting this, but so far she is well ahead on a league on her of her own. So congratulations to Lina Kitty, because she looks like the dead-on winner. I don't know if any of the new stipulations for the last week may add any possibility for the second or third player to maybe have a 20-point game or something like that. It could happen. I don't know. Just pay attention to whenever, be on the lookout for whenever they upload this, because I'm guessing with all the different, it's not only caps, you also have like the assassins and you have other stuff. So I'm guessing this game, and you have you have also the blitz lock, which means that maybe with a mixture of all of that, the points can maybe change. I don't know. I'm looking forward to see if there is a chance for Fast Sept and Ovidos to actually catch up to Lina Kitty. But 20 points? That means that Lina needs to have like the worst game ever, and then Fast Sept or Ovidos need to actually like have nearly perfect game. So I think this one is mostly on the back for Lina Kitty. Moving on for the Hotbone World Tour. This is part of Professional Risk Takers. So all of the games are live broadcasted in Professional Risk Taker on Twitch. Also, all the games are uploaded into their YouTube channels in Professional Risk Takers. And if you want to know more information about this tournament, just go to the Professional Risk Takers webpage, and you're gonna have all the information about that one. This tournament is also coming to a close, with the finals happening sometime next week. So just look into the announcements to see when this tournament is going to be happening, and you're going to be able to see the final game and the closing, the finale of the second season of this tournament. So for this game, this is only going to be one game. Winner takes all, and you have the map is 28 turns later, 70% domination. No blizzards, no fog of war. Portals are stable. Placement is auto. Cards bonuses are fixed. The AI difficulty is expert, 90 seconds, which is gonna give which will give a chance to mobile players, and balance blitz, automated bots, and no BC, no modifiers. These are the players that are making it to the finals of the Hotbones World Tour. We have Nathaniel, Bart, Fitzhugh, Hayashi, Riddle, Jax Wild, and Sango. Those are the 6 players that are making it to the finals in this tournament. So, wow, Jax is killing it. He is already moving on to the round 9 of the FFA tournament, and he is also moving to the finals of the Hot Bones World Tour. So, wow, congratulations to these 6 players on making it to the finals. I am excited to see who is going to be winning this tournament. Moving on, we have I made a mistake here. This is no longer okay. I have to admit I did this like last minute, so that is why there is so many mistakes in here. So this is not an upcoming tournament, it's an ongoing tournament. This tournament is actually happening right now. The first week already started for the Capture the Flag tournament. This is my first collaboration with Professional Risk Takers on the tournament site. Usually I do more broadcasting whenever I can, but this is my first collaboration with the Capture the Flag tournament. This is an idea that I have just because I saw the horse in Troy, and I wanted to hold that bond. I wanted to hold that territory most of the games that I play that map. So Again, all the games for professional risk takers are broadcasted in the Twitch channel, professionalrisktakers.com. All the games are uploaded into the YouTube channel, and of course, watch out for more information. You can go for Capture the Flag Open Tournament in professionalrisktakers.com. For this first week that the games are already happening, the map was Troy, 70% domination with blizzards on, no fog of war, and unstable portals. It's a fixed map with a 90 seconds timer, and we have alliances on because we want people to remind other people that the flag is there and they have to capture or prevent somebody to actually capture that flag. So this is how the Troy maps looks, and for those of you that don't know, clearly that is the flag. If you want to win the game, you have to hold the flag. You have to hold the horse if you want to win that game. Because this is a fixed game, that means that the bonuses matter. People have to take bonuses, and this is a fairly even map. I like it. But anyway, today probably are the last games that are going to be played on this map. So that means that for the next week forward, we're going to be moving to the next map that is going to be United States. So in the second game, it's going to be United States. It's going to be a world domination, no blizzards, no fog, unstable portal. It's going to be a fixed game, 60 seconds with alliances on, automated cards and balance splits. And the flag is Texas. For those of you that don't know why it's Texas, it's simple, because I live in Texas. That's it. There is no other reason. There is no other rationale. I live in Texas, so people need to fight for the great state of Texas. Yeah, come and take them, people. And that is how the map looks. Yeah, there is a few bonuses that people can take. That is going to be up to whatever they want to do, because there is only like three bonuses that can be taken. And because Texas is the flag, that last bonus that is fairly easy to hold. Yeah, touche. I forgot. Yeah, Texas is the flag. There, you got it. So for this also, this is a +4 that is fairly easy to hold because it's only 4 territories, but because Texas is the flag, you ain't gonna be holding that bonus. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this game actually progresses. This game is gonna take longer to actually finish because it's gonna be fixed, so that means that other people have to hold other bonuses, but I wanna see how people actually react to this game. If they're actually gonna try to go for the world domination victory, or they actually gonna try to go for the flag. I am looking forward for this one too. Also, the True Random Evolve Meta Tournament is also coming to a close. Most of these tournaments are actually finishing. I couldn't find the winners who are going to be playing, who are going to be moving on for the finals of this tournament. I might bring that up next week once we know who actually is the winner of this tournament that is sponsored by World, WRLD. But again, this finals game is going to be broadcasted by Mr. Evolve on his Twitch channel, Mr. Evolve TTV, and all of the games that have been played, and this game as well, he's going to be uploading them into his YouTube channel at Mr. Evolve on YouTube. So go ahead and take a look for all of that. For this game, all the games are played in the meta settings. The only main difference is that the dice roll is through random, and the cap is also random, which means that you have to wait until your turn or until your third timer finish up. So the cap is going to be auto placed by the bot, and then you have to take it from there. So that means that if you don't get a good cap, you have skill issues, like I do. This is how the meta settings work. You guys know that. And these are the bonuses. It's a fairly big map, which means that people need to hold bonuses. Otherwise, you are going to be screwed. Also, the 2v2 tournament, they already announced which are going to be the settings. The default settings are Blizzards off, Fog of War on, Portals off, Placements auto, Progressive, Expert AI, 60 seconds. There is going to be alliances, but usually you only ally your partner. It's 2v2, right? There is a team, so usually you ally whoever your partner is for this game. I will be bringing more information about this. 2v2 is not my thing, people, so I may need somebody to come and talk more about the different strategies for 2v2, so other people have better idea how to play these settings. So I may try to look for somebody that knows more about 2v2s, so they can actually bring more information and they can talk about how to play the 2v2s tournaments in an optimal way. Again, I have only played 2 tournament rounds or games for 2v2s, and I was carried by Arco. So, hey, don't hate. We won, but trust me, I was a liability. He can say. The round 1 maps, usually whenever you play 2v2, you play 5 games or more, and what you do is that whoever wins 3 of the 5 games, they actually win the whole round. And they have a weird I say weird because I'm not familiar with it, but they have a unique point structure, and that is something that I will be adding for the next weeks. For the next week news, just bear with me. So the first map is World Conquest 70%. The second map is gonna be Zombies Unstable Portals. That means that you have the default settings, but with these maps, whenever you have like a clarification, that means that is going to be what's going to be changing for each one of these games, right? So you have the third game is going to be Forsaken Lands 70%, and the fourth game is going to be Gettysburg Caps, of course, and the fifth game is going to be Turkey Global Domination Blizzards. So that is it for this. That is gonna be it for that week, and I need to learn. So I will be looking into the whoever are broadcasting their games, just so I can take a peek and learn more about how to play these games. That is one of the reasons why I decided to sit this one out, because I am a liability, people. I don't know well how to play these 2v2s, 3v3s, so I don't mind people carrying me, but if people actually wanna like move forward in this tournament, yeah, I'd rather sit this one out and let people just have fun. And maybe for the next one, I am somewhat better a little bit, and I can actually help to the different teams. Now, moving on to the actual upcoming tournaments section, let me remind you all that the BIP Invitational Tournament is gonna be coming. The sign-ups are open right now. This is only for verified players, which means that if you have that blue check mark, you can throw your hat on the race. Again, this is an invitational tournament, which means that the fact that you have the blue check mark, that you're verified, that doesn't mean that you may be forming part of the tournament, because it's an invitational, which means that there is a fixed amount of slots or spots available for people to fill. But hey, that doesn't mean absolutely anything. You can try. You can throw your hat into the. You can throw your hat into a race and see if you are selected. If you wanna make it, if you're not verified yet and you wanna make it, you have until October 23rd to sign up, which means that you still have about a month to try and get that verified checkmark. If you're asking how to get that verified checkmark, folks, well, you need to have an account in good standings, which means that you can have like you shouldn't have been punished by one of the things that usually they get you, like in the doghouse. So just ensure that your account is in good standing. You need to be an admin or mod in the main Risk server, or a VIP player, or you have to be a video content creator. Over there, you can see the requirements to be a BCC certified player or verified player. Moving on, we also have, this was once announced last week, and you have one more week to sign up for this one. This is gonna be the Grandmasters. This is gonna be the Grandmaster tournament. This is the 12th season of the GM tournament, and this is one of the tournaments that I enjoy the most. Now, qualifiers, this is only for Grandmaster ranked players. That doesn't mean that you have to be a Grandmaster right now, because I know there is a lot of people that they don't care that much about the rankings, but you need to provide evidence that once upon a time you have been a Grandmaster. So if you were proud of being a Grandmaster and you snap a picture to show it to somebody, make sure that you can retrieve that picture, or if not, you have 1 week to reach Grandmaster, and that way you can show people that you can show the organizers that you have been a Grandmaster. So hey, it's a nice tournament. It's 3 games, and they added like a losers bracket like 2 seasons ago that actually made it even more interesting, because the fact that you get eliminated once doesn't mean that you're out of the tournament. That means that you have a second chance in the losers bracket. That was a really nice idea by Parlox and his team, so I am excited about this one. And also, this tournament has a BC component, which means that everybody can be in BC, and actually you can talk with the other players for strategy or any kind of coordinations that you would like to do. So that is one of the nice things about the Risk Grandmaster Arena. There is also another tournament, but it was announced today while I was making this presentation, and I was already late to start my stream, so I didn't add that. But it's a King of the Hill tournament that was just announced in the main Risk server. I will be adding more information about that one for next week, but for those of you that are already in the main Risk Discord server, go ahead and take a look. That is something that is being organized by Silent Legend and Calexis, so hey, take a look and try to go for it. I need to take a look to see how is that tournament and see if I can make it. I would like to do it, so let's see. Anyway, also let me remind you all, and you're seeing that also somewhere there, our first interview that is going to be later on today or tonight. It's going to be Our first interview, as I was saying, this interview is something that I want to do with different players that are doing a lot of stuff with the community, but they're not streamers, which means that they don't have like this platform for people to know more about them. I want to do this with people that are working backstage, like our first interview, that is EG Snicks, or players that are killing it in the games, in the league constantly. You see them like top players, but they don't have their own, they're not streamers. So we in the community know about them, but people that casually follow Risk, they might not know who they are. And I want to change that. I want people, whenever they hear somebody like Jax Wild, that he has been killing it since he showed up in the Risk scene, he has been consistently killing it, but he's not a streamer, so that means that in the community we know who he is, but maybe a casual fan that is just looking at this kind of thing, they don't know, they might not know who he is. I don't like that, because we need to know who is all of these players. You know, we need to know who is Jax. Everybody needs to know who is Cecil Dogan. Everybody needs to know who is Trunk. There is a lot of players. I'm not gonna go who. Everybody needs to know who is Silent Legend, though he's the current champion of the FFA tournament. But again, what I want to do with these interviews is that in the future, whenever somebody sees one of these names, that I get excited whenever I see these people that are consistently moving into the tournaments and being consistently killing it in the tournaments, I want for the casual Risk observer or the casual Risk player to also know that. Because for me, the more that we move on into the tournaments, the less people are interested in that, which means that people lose interest. So that means that they don't know who is actually making it to the finals all the time. And for me, that is like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is happening. Nobody cares, and nobody knows who Patrick Mahomes is. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense for football. It doesn't make sense for American football. Before somebody lynch me, it doesn't make sense for American football. It doesn't make sense for Risk either. So that is what I want to do with all this news. I want people to know who the top players are. So whenever they see that somebody like Jax is killing it, they're like, they are right now, I don't know if they make it to the finals, I want people to be like, yeah, Jax is making it to the finals, even though he's not a streamer yet. He might be, I don't know. But that is what I want to do, and this is the first one with EG Snicks. EG Snicks, for those of you that don't know, he is the current organizer of the Risk FFA tournament, which means that he is in charge of putting this whole tournament together, the settings, the dates, all of that, and I want to know more about his journey into getting there. This is gonna be a fun interview. I'm not a journalist, so I'm not here to be asking controversial questions. So there is not gonna be any drama. There is gonna be no controversies. What we wanna know is just how he made it, from being a player to make it all the way to take over from the bull in organizing the tournament. That is all I want to do here. It's just gonna be a fun interview with somebody that is making good things in the tournaments. And what else? That interview, again, is going to be later on today at 1 UTC, or if you are in the US of A, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, we have the developers news. Last week, we talked about the Road to Risk 4.0, what's kind of changing over that. So if you missed that, go ahead and watch the last week's news. But for this one, they made an announcement that they are going to be doing a Sandworm troop giveaway, folks. So that means that they are going to be giving away troops. So they're going to be giving only 12. And the only condition that you need to do is sign up to their newsletters. And you have, about 2 weeks until October 4th, right? Let me see. Yeah, you have about 2 weeks to sign up to their newsletter. And with that, you are going to be able to get one of the troops. Now, when I first read this, I was like, yeah, I don't want that one. I actually want the dagger, until I opened the whole thing and I saw that what they're going to give away is an actual troop of the Sandworm from Dune. And when I saw that, I want that. So I don't know if I'm gonna be one of the luckiest players. I only know that I want one, so I just sign up for that. So that is all you have to do. Just sign up for the newsletter of SNG, and you're gonna be on the running for one of these things. And if I happen to win one, which I hope I do, it's gonna be right there with all my geek stuff. So let's see. Wish me luck, folks. Or if not, I'll wish every one of you that actually sign up some kind of luck. And with that, That is all for this week on the news. I will be seeing you next week, and Harlow says bye. So if you're on YouTube, bye-bye. If you're on Twitch, wait, don't leave. We're about to play some fun games until the time comes where we are going to be doing our interview with EG Sneak. So thank you for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Harlow says bye.